The temptation to buy from scalpers like this is significantly high, which is why I have 4 additional tips to help you land a piece of exclusive, hard to find hardware during these trying times. I am TheGrayingTech, a gaming insider, and if you would like to learn how to improve your gaming performance, once we actually get this stuff, start now by clicking that subscribe button. In the description down below, I will include all of the information that you will need, including some links which will be affiliate links. However, you will want to watch the entire video as there are some instructions that you really have to be able to see in order to do properly. And I will warn you, some of it might end up being a little bit controversial. We will see. So tip number 1, hotstock.io. This is an iOS and Android application that allows you to have a monitor, much like Now in Stock, much like Gear in Stock, but it searches additional retail channels. Now this is a freemium app. Their terms of service have the generic privacy statements where essentially you are giving them information. They might aggregate it and do stuff with it that way. And in order to enable a bunch of the features, you do have to give them permission to contact third-party applications. Okay, all of that is typical boilerplate stuff for any freemium app on iOS or Android. So I'm not too skittish about making a recommendation here. If you are concerned about your privacy though, I highly recommend checking out my video on VPNs. Now, one of the nice features about this though is it keeps track of numerous retailers and they are very proactive about updating who they are following, listening to the community's requests in this regards as well. With that freemium model, you will get priority notifications and the ability to track 10 separate items across numerous stores. Tip number 2, do not repeat my absolutely painful experience on launch day trying to get a 5950X. You see, search completely failed that day, at least completely failed me. I did not have the direct URLs for Best Buy, Amazon, or Newegg. Instead, I was relying on search to actually get me to those pages. And that failed miserably. Had I actually had the URL, there's a good chance I would be recording Project Red Star videos, not how-tos on how to score some elusive hardware. Although to be honest, I think this is useful information that everybody should have anyways. Go to Gear in Stock, go to Now in Stock, and look at the URLs that they are tracking. Down below, I'm also linking several of those direct URLs for the hardware that's out there right now that's hard to find. Your Xboxes, your PlayStations, 5000, your 6000, and your 3000 series CPUs and GPUs. You're gonna wanna track these exact URLs, and when it comes time to purchase, click on the exact URL as well. That might get you at least a little bit ahead of the scalpers and the bots that are out there. Are there any tips and tricks that you have up your sleeve that you don't mind sharing with the community? If so, comment down below so that you can help a gamer out. Tip number 3, in the first video I said ignore Discord. Well, this is only partially true. You see, ignore Discord if you are trying to basically do group buys and hey, I saw that it was available on Amazon, here's the link. Too slow. That is not going to lead you to success. Instead, there are channels like Stock Drop that will help you get the right notification at the right time in order to try to land one of these pieces of hardware. Stock Drop is like any other Discord channel. You simply open it in your browser, join the channel through the Discord client, and then after you read the rules, click on the sign up channel and select the emoji for the item that you are actually interested in tracking. This will allow you to track one to multiple items. One additional tip here, be sure to select the right emoji for the right region you are in. If you are in the United States, you probably don't want to track Canada. You certainly don't want to track the EU. Lastly, and this is probably the most controversial out of all of the tips thus far, you can set up your own stock tracker, your own inventory notification system. You're going to do this by going to Distill.io, signing up like you would for any other service, and then you want to install the Chrome or Firefox extension. Distill.io also uses a freemium model. It can cost you $15 a month in order to track multiple items, and to track a lot of things in their cloud service. But what you are going to do is track locally on a highly energy efficient machine, and that's going to give you the ability to track at your own pace and to get notifications as soon as possible, which is the key to success in this game. Once you have the extension installed, I would recommend creating a bookmark in your bookmark tab for that extension. That's going to give you easier manageability, and you can find it very quickly that way. On the main tab, you're going to click Watch List, Add Website. This is going to bring up a traditional browser tab, and you're going to want to paste in one of those exact URLs to the site that you want to track and the item that you want to track. That's going to load that page, and then you're going to have the ability to select elements. See, web pages are built of elements nowadays. They're stacked on top of each other, so you want to make sure you get the element that is big enough to track the majority of the main transaction portion of the site. In the lower right-hand corner, look for the words out of stock, unavailable, notify me. If you see those words, that's a significant clue to you that you have the right element selected. Next, you're going to click Save Selection, and this is going to take you back to the Watch List tab. Inside of here, you're going to customize both what you are trying to track and what happens when a change occurs. Give it a good, easy to remember name like Newegg 5950X. You want to make sure that you are processing it locally on the device that you're on via Chrome. And you want to make sure that any of the notifications are properly set up for you. You want email, pop-up, bell. You want basically any chance that you can possibly get. And if you sign up for their $15 version, you can send SMS messages as well as app notifications directly to your mobile device. This could be an advantage if you are seeking something that is super competitive. I set my interval to 30 seconds, and I added 2 additional conditions. I select added text and the word cart, and added text and the word buy. And you want to select the button labeled any, meaning if either one of those conditions is true, you're going to get a notification. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to search that entire element for the appearance of that word. As soon as either of those words are added to the website, you are going to get a notification that word appeared, and most likely stock is available. Now, you want to jump on this super quick. And this right here is exactly what happened to me when I only waited 25 seconds in order to get to the add to cart feature. At best, I missed that by 25 seconds. At worst, I missed it by 55 seconds. And one bonus tip for you who watched to the end of the video. Just because you get a notification that says could not be added to cart, continue on, persevere, refresh, launch an incognito window if you have to, but continue to try to buy all the way to the point where you literally cannot click an add to cart button. Websites are notoriously failing, and you have to repeat the process over and over sometimes in order to actually complete the checkout process. And that means it's even more important that you follow the previous 5 tips that I laid out in the video here. If you've already seen that video and you're all ready to go, check out another great, fresh GrayingTech video right here. Guaranteed to be 3 months or fresher. Guaranteed not applicable in this whole system.